Big hockey news for NHL Seattle. We've hired our first assistant general manager, Ricky Olczyk. In our exclusive interview with Ricky O, which was a lot of fun, very informative, we got a chance to know him a little bit better and understand what he's going to bring to this hockey club. Congratulations. Great, wonderful thing to have you joining NHL Seattle as our assistant GM.
Thank you, Bob. I'm truly honored and humbled to be a part of this great opportunity and experience, and already the feet's hitting down on the road and along this journey. So I'm really looking forward to it. There's a number of players. I think the kind of the attributes that really appealed to me when I was growing up and watching players. They had the skill set. Guys that would be in front of pucks and blocking shots and have the passion and winning battles. Not necessarily, you say that's a tough player, and people think the first thing they equate toughness with would be fighting. That's not necessarily the case, because guys that need to use their body to go get a loose puck, position themselves in front of the net for a pass or an open shot, plays with heart, plays through pain. Those are some of the attributes, that they can skate. And I think about, Guy Lafleur when he was flying down the right wing and letting his shot go. Mike Bossy, a natural goal scorer, and a playmaker. Obviously Wayne Gretzky, and watching a guy like Ray Bourque, the way he just managed the back end, and one of the all-time great goaltenders, and watching Ken Dryden play, and even Marty Brodeur. There's so many players that recently retired, or just in the past when I was growing up here and watching at the old Chicago Stadium, and watching Dougie Wilson and Bob Murray and Denny Savard, just some Al Secord, just some great players, and different, like Al Secord, more of a tough guy, but boy, when you knew he was on the ice, you had to have your head up, but he could score goals too. And in terms of scouting, sure, the more information you can get on players over time, some players, end up climbing the mountain, if you will, climbing Mount Rainier, and that's a good thing. Or, they're on the downside heading into the valley, or they're going to plateau, and so we need to try to figure that out and assess that, either, and that's a difference, say, between a pro scout and an amateur scout. An amateur scout, you're trying to project 3, 4, 5 years down the road. It's a very difficult job. The pro guys, it's a whole different mindset. They're looking for now or a year down the road, immediate success. So now these guys have already established themselves in the league, or trying to find a guy who's up and coming, or in a situation where they're not being utilized to maximize their potential. And so that's where the pro scouts will talk to the general manager and say, hey, we should probably go after player X, and player X could, he's a third line guy utilized on this team. But for us, we think he could be a second liner and a power play guy. And at the end of the day, Ron Francis is the general manager for the NHL Seattle team. He's going to make the final decision, but he's going to receive input from everyone, and that's a guarantee.